Yeah, so, oh, fuck. Okay, new recording. All right, let's go. A little bit of a different type of video, but as you can see in the title, we are going to make a little bit of a backtesting session right now. I always like to do it on like the weekend on
Yeah, so,
Friday
oh,
and Saturday, and I hear
fuck.
me
Okay.
2 times. All right, there we go. So yeah, I'm also live right now, so on YouTube. If you see the video and want to check it out, make sure you subscribe and yeah, you will probably see when I'm live again. But I will do it every weekend about like evening. If you want to join, you're invited. But yeah, so how are we going to do this? Basically over TradingView, we just go into replay and then we find where I want to be, right? This was a little too long. I'm on the 4 hour. Wait, I want to be on 4 hour. So we go to Monday. There was Monday. Monday 17 on NQ. This is what we're going to trade. Perfect. So, y'all know my strategy. I hope you do. So let's see what we can do. Um, yeah, so on this we have basically nothing. We had this 4 hour gap, but I wouldn't never trade that with the new opening and everything going on. So it's not a valid gap to me. And it was pretty much continuation. There was no gap, so we're just gonna skip the day. There was nothing there. Skip to Tuesday. On Tuesday we had at 14 this big candle, maybe a gap. Nope, no gap. Do we have a 4 hour gap on the below? We have the smallest gap ever, but it haven't hit anyway, so no trade here too, right? Let's move on. 16, 17, there was no setup, but we have a gap here. Let's do this. 4 hour looks good. We broke 4 hour structure to the downside, or are going to break the 4 hour structure at least. Let's see if we can get a retracement. We do get a retracement at 19. We have a retracement at 19. Let's see if we have a 1 minute break. Oh, it's way too late. I do not take trades um, when it's like later than 7:15, basically here. But this is too late, so no trade for me. Again, and we're gonna skip through it. And this is the exact reason. You see how the volume slows down? It's crazy. Yeah, that's why I don't trade on that day. We had a lot set up here. Cool. But we had no um we had this 1 hour, sure. But this is where I took the gold trade. We're already on Thursday. So no 4 hour gap. I mean, we have some here, but it didn't got tapped in or anything. We have this 1 hour. It's pretty beautiful, to be honest. We are bearish on the 1 hour. We are bearish on the 4 hour. But we broke the gap here. And we were already in this gap, you know. We were already in this gap the whole time. And this would not be an ideal setup then, in my opinion. When we are already in a gap for a certain amount of time, it's kind of not the greatest to trade it, right? But yeah, you could probably get from the second tap in here. It would be a B setup then, like on this, right? You would do the trade like this, and it would hit, as you can see, right here and here. This would have been the trade. I think we can write it down, sure, why not? But I had a better opportunity on that day, that's why I did not take this trade. We probably hit second TP2. Yep, there we go. And this would be the trade. So let's pull my Discord up. Yeah, should be good, right? Yeah, perfect. So here I have a lot of channels, backtest, NQ. And what we're gonna do is we are going to base the setup. So first of all, we have to make a screenshot. Download and put it in here. What? Why do I have a link? This is not what I wanted. I'm fucking downloading it. Why they changed it? Before it was copy here, I swear. Just gotta copy it and paste it like this, and then we just scale it down. What type of setup is that? We are bearish on the 1 hour, we are bearish on the 4 hour. We already had a tap in before though, and we kind of swept it. So with these two things considering, it's like a B setup to me. So we are gonna base it as a B setup. B setup, 0.5% risk is a B setup for me. Pros, cons, and then just profit, loss, like that. So pros is 1 and 4 hour bearish. We have a 1 hour FVJ, we have a 1-minute break, and we have an average risk reward of 2.5 here, 1 here, 3.5, so about 1.7. Let's say just 1.7, okay? To be a little bit nicer. I don't want to do like 1.75 and stuff like that. I don't really care that much about it. Just do this. Because we probably wouldn't have the perfect entry on it anyway, right? Where the gap exactly closes. So, yeah, 1.7 risk reward. Cons. Tapped a second break, and tap, or even like third break. How many breaks did we have when we were in that? Okay, we have 1 break here. We have 2 breaks here. We have 3 breaks. I wouldn't even take the trade, to be honest. Yeah, I'll just delete it. I would never take that trade. I'm sorry. There's no way. So fuck that. If it would be like just this 1 break and this the second break, then sure. Then it's like just by that a setup, but with the break of the gap, a little bit of a sweep here on the 5-minute, which is kind of high to be honest. So I would not even take in that too. It gets down to a B setup, but I think I showed you how I do it overall, and let's move on. It's not a trade I would put or trade, so we just ignore it for the week then. Yeah, on Friday there was no trade. It was yesterday. I mean, I would know. We had a 4 hour going here, but this was not a great trade because of the risk reward. I can check it if you want to see it, sure. But I mean, I know exactly how that went and why did I not take this trade. We had a beautiful 4 hour, but the 5-minute break was here. This was the 5-minute break, and as you can see, the risk reward would not be the best on that. So I don't trade it. I do not take any trades that are, how do you say, where the risk reward is that bad, right? So I don't. I usually do not take these type of trades. Let me check something real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, sure. So, yeah, exactly. Like I would not take this trade. So we are finished on NQ, and since we took no trade this week on NQ, we are going to do this. So I know, okay, I already tested this week, same as I did this week, and there were no trades. Let's go over to the ES 500, right? S&P 500, here we go. So we do the same thing in replay. We go to Monday. Monday, that's wrong week. This is the right week. We go to Monday and test that real quick and see how it goes. 18, nothing, nothing, nothing. I'm going to do it a little bit faster now because I think I explained it pretty well, and it is normally pretty fast. Like I backtest pretty fast because I just instantly see if I have an edge in my setup or if I don't have a setup. So yeah, I feel it just gets with the time. So you could have said you had this setup, right? It's like a B setup maybe. But I'm not really taking B setups right now, to be honest, because I always have a better opportunity right now that I can take, and I'm not forcing any type of trades. And this trade wouldn't even be that good, because you see, we broke the 1 hour structure here. Oh, wait. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is just like we news and everything and just broke it. I don't know why it looks so weird here, but there was no trade, okay? Basically, what I'm saying right now. Same on the 1 hour, there was nothing. So move on that day. And we are here now, yay. So also no trades. You can see we had it for hour, I think. No, we didn't. Yeah, we had one here, but it was already tapped, and this was the big. I don't know what it even was. There was no news on that day, but crazy momentum. But no trade, and we are on Friday already, I think. No, Thursday. And yeah, also here there is no trade. I mean, you had this, but it got pretty much like it's way too high. Okay, this is like 5 minute break, and you see it. It's not good price action. So it disrespected the gap. It inversed the gap. So hell no, I'm not taking shorts. And here we are on Friday. The same on NQ basically. We had this big up move here, and then just kind of nothing. To be honest, to take trades. Pretty much the same thing as NQ. We had the setup, but it got broken. Like the gap got inverse here, as you can see, pretty hard. With just 5 minutes, just everything. It's not a trade I'm really looking for, right? Like look at the 1 minute, it just same shit. I mean, this is fine to be honest, but NQ was the leading index on that day, and I would take the trade on NQ rather than on ES. But we can make it sure, but the risk reward would also be too bad. I mean, this is the first break that we have here, right? This is the first break, and we gotta make it higher than that, and then we gotta draw it down like this. This 1.8, but where do we have our first CP, right? So if we have it here, it's like 1.9 and 0.8. This is 2.7, and 2.7 is like 1.3 and a half average risk reward, which is not that great. And for that setup, that late of the day is not something I look out for, especially when NQ is the leading index and is kind of fucking everything up with a really weird volume on that day. So nothing I look into. Um, so we are on ES, and we also going to do this. Boom. And then we are on Euro USD, our forex pair that I trade. So let's see how this goes. I just gotta check something really quick, okay? Yeah. Uh, very interesting. Everything. Okay, let's just go on. So we are on Euro USD now. This is perfect. Let's do the same thing. Go back to Monday. There we go. This is Monday. At 20, I had no setup here, I'm pretty sure. It doesn't hurt to check. So yeah, no setup here. Yeah, nothing here, and so we're just gonna move on. You could have said we had this setup, but we this is a short setup, but we also like invalid that gap. We inverse that gap, and we broke to the bullish structure here with this 1 hour. So Not an ideal trade, less than a B setup, and not something I'm looking forward to take. So, yeah. We have something here though. We have this big 4-hour gap. We tapped into. Um, and let's see how this went. Yeah, I can tell you right now, I did not take this trade because of the risk reward. Because if we look deep on a 4-hour, I always look for a 5-minute breakout structure, and the first 5-minute breakout structure that we have is basically this little candle here, but I don't have to explain it to you. So move on to the next day. 15, perfect. 12, 15. Beautiful. So this is something you could have taken, right? I guess if you're really greedy and you just want to trade, you probably take a trade like that. We are bullish on the 1 hour because we broke structure with that, but we are bearish on the 4 hour. And we first of all have to get bullish. Wait. Yeah, this is like the 16 candle though. Is it? No, this is the 11 candle. Okay, we are bullish. Let's say we're bullish. But still, you can see that this does not look great, okay? We already tapped in at 12, and we tapped in for a second time here. We are bullish on the 1 hour, sure, but this is like a really old gap, and when we look at the 1-minute chart, at 30, this was the tap in, this was the break, the second break, and this is also not a good risk reward, as you can see, right? This is really bad, so I do not trade that, and we move on to the next day. Um, yeah, you can probably see, I mean, we're on the third pair and I had not a single trade this whole week on these 3 pairs, right? So I don't take a lot of trades, but I have a pretty high win rate when I take a trade. Oh, I backtested the wrong. No. What? No, I did backtest the wrong week. What am I doing? No, what? Where am I? I'm in June? Oh, hell no. What the fuck happened now? Wait, let me fix that real quick. I have no clue how I got there, bro. Don't ask me, don't ask me. Maybe I was stuck in the old replay. I don't know. I gotta go on Monday here. Friday. Okay, Monday. Let's just do it like this, okay? I think it's okay. So 15. What do we have at now? It's kind of weird, actually. Let's just do this. So 15, we have this beautiful bullish gap here, which we enter, but we it's not a great setup. I'm gonna tell you in a second why, because we have this 4-hour gap, sure, but it's yeah pretty bearish still on the 4 hour, or you can say it's continuation. Either way, it's not great. We are bullish on the 1 hour, so that's actually good, but we turn bearish on the 1 hour here at the 15 candle, and we were already in the gap, I'm pretty sure. No, okay, we actually just entered the gap when it was time for it, but we had no 5-minute break to the upside anyway, so we inversed the gap and nothing really happened. So moving on from Monday, the real Monday now, to Tuesday. Tuesday looks a little bit like Monday actually. We have this 1 hour here, but it's way too big, so I can already tell you the risk reward is gonna be way too ass for me to take this trade, and this is probably exactly what happened. We have the first 1-minute break here, and this is nothing you are looking for to take, right? This is not a good risk reward. So yeah, no, thank you. Even if we get another risk reward, that's a little bit better. I would still not take this trade then, because it just fucked overall. Another one, and also not a great risk reward. Another one, another one, another one. So yeah, it's just I don't trade that big gaps. It's like it's stupid. The trades usually go like exactly like this, and then you close it off and just made nothing. Just I don't know. A wasted setup, you know. I only take one setup a day and just a waste then. If you put it into something like that, I would rather take no setup than take a bad setup, if that makes sense. Um, so yeah, I don't know. But yeah, here it's like we have this 1 hour, looks actually pretty decent. But we are probably going to break this 1 hour and turn bullish. Nothing I'm really looking out for, and we are more like continuation on the 4 hour, so also nothing good, you know. Yeah, and we kind of broke the 4 hour gap before, so it's just not a setup I would take. And yeah, good that I didn't take that. And we are already on Friday now. This goes so fast, right? No, we're on Thursday. My bad, but there's no trade here. I'm sure of it. With this 4 hour, that did exactly nothing. Bad risk reward, just everything. And with this 4 hour, that did even less. So we can check it, of course. But yeah, I would never take a trade up here. So this gap is basically dead because we have multiple breaks before we get a good risk reward. And this gap is just kind of like you have a break here. The risk reward would be fine, but the 1 hour is bearish. Yeah, it's pretty damn bearish, and the 4 hour is also not looking that great. Completely bearish momentum the whole day. And yeah, this is nothing I would take. Um, let's say if the 4 hour is, we have a good 4 hour gap, but the 1 hour is bearish, it's like less than a B setup. If the 4 hour is gap is there and the 1 hour is like continuation and the 4 hour is bullish, then it's like okay, it's a B setup. But this is less than a B setup, so we do not want to take this trade. So now we're on Friday, and Friday looks like shit. I can always tell you. Yeah, just you see it. There's just nothing going on the whole day. Basically, no gaps or anything. We have this gap, but we turn bullish here, so wouldn't even be a great setup. I think we can mark it though. Why not? It's a pretty small gap too. But it doesn't matter. The size doesn't matter, you know. If we are bearish on the 4 hour. We are turned bullish on the 1 hour. We tapped into that and had a 1 minute break of structure. Where do we have it? We have it here. This is actually a trade I could have taken, I think. I'm gonna check it a second time just to make sure. But this is like a trade I would probably actually take. Get a little bit more space like that. Because we have a 4 hour here, right? It's bearish, definitely. Bearish break here. We have the 1 hour that turned bullish, but we have a 1 hour. The thing is, it's a 1 hour gap with a 1 hour break of structure to the upside. You know, it's also nothing I'm really looking out for. So I would not take the trade, to be honest. I just take good trades. I would not take a trade like that. If it's the 4 hour, then it's a different thing, right? If the 4 hour is bearish, we have a 4 hour gap, and the 1 hour, I mean, nah, actually, I still would not have taken it. Yeah, I just wouldn't taken it. I don't know. Nothing I'm really looking out for. So also here we have no setup on Euro USD, but we had a setup on gold. We had a setup on gold, and yeah, this is what we are looking for then right now, right? So I already made a recap on it, by the way. If you want to check it out, the exact trade that I took on gold and made like insane. It was an insane trade actually. I made like 1.2k of it on the 50k, and on all the other accounts, on like challenge accounts, I made insane bread on it, insane percentage. Like on one account I made like over 6%, which is insane. But I also risked 2% on that account because I kind of got to speedrun them. These are not that important, but I also only take trades I would normally take, but just with a little bit of increased risk. So yeah. It's just the same thing over and over again, as you can see. We have this 4 hour here. Not a big 4 hour, but it is a 4 hour at the end of the day. And okay, it was already way too late anyway, so fuck it. And here we have this 1 hour. But we are bullish on 1 hour. Oh, this was fucked. Yeah, this was kind of weird. Because on the other pair, I'm pretty sure we broke that. On this pair, we didn't. And we're on the wrong week. That's why I notice right now, because I took this trade last week. My bad. So just gonna skip ahead a few times, and then we are back. Which day is it? Oh yeah, this one. This one, this one. Yeah, there were no trade on Monday. You can see the price action was pretty bad Monday. Overall, not that best for me. Just bearish, 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 and nothing to enter from. And here we had this 1 hour gap, but it's way too big, and I did not take this trade because of the risk reward. Trust me, we had a 1 minute break here, but the risk reward was too bad, so I didn't take the trade. So we just move on. Oops, I kinda fucked up. It's fine. Yep, cool. So we broke this gap here, we inversed it, there was no 4 hour to hit, so I mean there is a 4 hour to hit, I'm sorry, I'm a liar, but it's like invalid, also got inversed. So nothing to trade from that, and we move on to the next day. And there we have our setup that I took, perfect. This is a 1 hour, like this, we had this low before that we made, and we had another low for our first CP on the way back up to the gap, which was this low. I think it's a 15-minute low. Yeah, perfect. So yeah, I took this trade. Why did I take this trade? Pretty simple. 4 hours bearish, 1 hour is bearish, and no point of turning bullish the 1 hour soon with a break to the upside. It's pretty unlikely because there were no bullish bearish gap. And we had this 1 minute breakout structure right here already, but I did not take this gap because I'm too slow and too blind, so I took this one, this candle. And yeah, this was the trade. If you want to see the whole trade, you can check out my recap. I did a pretty good job, I think, on the recap there. Do it like here, when I would have left the position anyways, but before that, 10 minutes before, I would have left anyways and closed the position. We hit TP, and yeah, this was the trade. Good trade. It's an A+ setup, and this is what we're going to do. Because it's an A+ setup, I'm gonna copy the image. I don't see my Discord anymore. There it is. And we are going to do this. A+ setup. .5% risk, even though I put like 1.2% risk on the 50k, but that's a different story. Because I couldn't put more, but just check out the recap and I will explain it to you. Why sometimes you have to adjust your risk a little bit. But this was just a perfect setup, but it's gold also, and I don't like the gold that much. That's also a reason why I didn't put 1.5. I put like 1.2 on it. But yeah, 1 and the 4 hour is the same. Was it short? It was short. So it's bearish. We had a 1 hour FVJ. We had a 1 minute break. We had a 1.9 average error. I know it. I don't gotta check it because I already made a video of it. And there were no cons basically. So beautiful A+ setup. And yeah, it just was a good setup. And then we can calculate. Oops, I gotta make it like this. And then we can calculate, right? 1.9 RR, both TP sit, and it's like 1.5% risk. So we calculate it's around 3% normally. So we are going to make like 2.9% on that. Because it's like 2 risk reward and 1.5, you know, 2 times 1.5 is 3. So it's like something like 2.8. Okay, dude, let's do 2.8. So yeah, that's the trade. Plus 2.8. Gotta change that real quick. Plus 2.8. Beautiful. So yeah, there was no other trade the other day. Like yesterday, there was no trade. So we are finished with backtesting, and yeah, this is how I do it every single weekend. Just to check if I took the same trades that I would have taken when I backtested, and this is exactly what happened. I only took one trade, and this was a trade. So it was a great week for me. I fucked up nothing. It was a flawless week, and I only took the trades I have to take. So yeah, it was perfect. You can say. With that being said, thanks for watching. And if you want to see more recap videos or streams, whatever it might be, then just let me know. So see you in the next video and in the next stream.